Hey guys, Tarke and a cat here, and I thought I'd do my actual like day one update while I was still Caustic Arrow before I did the swap over to traps. So I'll just quickly just show off where the character is at for the people who are still planning on doing Caustic Arrow all the way through. I've been having decent-ish RNG. I've had a few interesting drops. Not so much good drops for CA, but kind of like good drops for when I go traps. I very recently just got a 6-link ambush drop, which is very much usable, since it's a 6-link with life and resists. Coloring it for Caustic Arrow would be a real bastard, but for coloring it for traps would be that bad at all. I've had this drop, which is like a pretty usable weapon. 40% spell damage, tier 2 lightning damage to spells, and then tier 2 spell crit with a little bit of fire res is pretty good. And then this is crit chance of spells with life, pretty decent. And we got a well-rolled hair trigger, so I'm actually like pretty ready. I think I'm gonna wait until I get my Uberlab, because at Uberlab I get Avatar of the Veil. But anyway, let's just run some maps and just kind of talk about Ultimatum and my thought process on all the things. So I knew that I wanted to do Raider for fairly obvious reasons, as I've already mentioned in loads of different videos. It's very good at the league mechanic, and if you want a league mechanic guide, I've put it out there. Leveling was an absolute breeze. You may not be aware of this, but I've got quite a lot of practice with a Caustic Arrow under my belt. So it was basically no struggle whatsoever all the way through. I'm using just a random 5-link chest that I picked up, and my bow is just a bow which happened to have multi on it. I crafted some flat chaos on the prefix and just kind of went with that. Ooh, traps. Nice, nice. Whenever I see the trap room, we want to add the trap room, because the trap unique gloves is what makes Trap Raider good rather than just like decent. But yeah, we've got a Frenzy Chaos on Hit going on. We've got Wither through the Withering Step. All very standard Caustic Arrow setups. Nothing too exciting there. But, you know, it's good. It's safe. I would recommend it as a build to anyone who hasn't re-rolled yet, or started the league yet, rather. But for me, it was the fastest build that I could level a Raider on for transitioning over to traps. I'm a little bit undecided about whether or not I want to go Lightning Trap or if I want to go Ice Trap. I played Ice Trap recently in just a test SSF run before the league started, and I actually really enjoyed it. A lot more than I expected I would. But I feel like with all the cast speed scaling on Raider, it's a shame not really to go Lightning Trap and making the most out of Lightning Spire. Lightning Spire is something that I usually really detest. It used to be like ridiculously powerful, but then it was so strong that it was being used in non-trap builds and it got nerfed very heavily. It's always been like kind of good if you can get enough links, like if you get like a pseudo 5-link, pseudo 6-link through like Shaper Gloves or Helmet, then it was like well worth using. But if it's just in like a 4-link, it's always kind of been like on the edge for me about whether or not it's good enough. But one of the main things that scales it and makes it strong is cast speed, and a lot of the reason why people use it on Lightning Trappers while leveling and they're like, it's okay, not that great, is because they haven't got the cast speed scaling to support it. So with all the cast speed scaling you get from Onslaught, it's like, oh, we could actually make like a really nice Lightning Spire Trap setup. And if we don't get the Incursion Trap gloves, I would run it in like a 6-link pair of Shaper gloves. If we do get the gloves, which obviously we will, because, you know, we got the trap room, so the gloves are going to drop for me, right? I could run it in a more LE damage helmet. And you can also get like trap and mine damage, increased AoE. Also, AoE scaling is a massive one for Lightning Spire Trap as well. You want as much AoE on it as possible. You could even... I'd be tempted to run increased AoE as my 5th link. I don't know if I would bump it in a 4-link. If you had like woke increased AoE, that's something to do. Another thing which is very strong, it'd be quite difficult to force, but it is very strong, is Syndicate. You can get +2 level of AoE gems on helmet and gloves. If you could get that on a base and then like add core mods on top of it, you'd be absolutely laughing. Give me the sockets, dude. My Atlas progression has been pretty slow because we've been dealing with all the league issues, and I've also just been like setting up my side content. So setting up my delve, setting up my heist. Yes, I actually run heist. I do quite enjoy the mechanic and SSF. So if you want the things, then you kind of need to get them yourself in SSF. There's no like I'll just buy it off someone else. So yeah, there's a few quite good replica things that are still good for me. Obviously with the Divergent Berserk nerfs, it's not like as amazing as it used to be, because Divergent Berserk was the main draw for running Heist on Trappers. Replica Mistwall, yeah, Mistwall, the Veritana drop, is very strong. That gives you 75 spell block if you haven't been hit recently. And if you're playing a avoidance-based character, you never really get hit, so you basically have spell block cap on top of like dodge and spell dodge cap. So it's pretty good. Obviously, it's a DPS. Obviously, it's a DPS loss, like not using a plus level damages chaos spell prick shield, or just like going double weapons, which is obviously the most damage. But it is massive defense. So like if I could get good enough gear that I could justify using a defensive shield, that would be what I would want to go for, because it is really good defense. It might be something that, like, this will sound weird, but it makes sense. It's probably something I could afford to run early, and then I'd have to drop when I got to like actual content. But then once my gear was good enough, I could then put it back on. Does that make sense? Like, early game, you face roll, like you can face roll everything up until like tier 13s without trying. So I could probably just run it in whatever setup and it wouldn't matter. But once I got up to like tier 13s, I was trying to push like all the Maven stuff. I'd maybe have to drop it for like an actual weapon offhand, or like a damage offhand rather. But with good scaling, level 21s and all this other stuff, it's definitely something that you could fit back in. So yeah, nice. We'll just pause here actually, and I'll just talk over some of my gear. So just to quickly show you what I'm wearing, we got a Gull drop, level 50. I really like how we're just getting random past league uniques in the core loot table. Very nice change. Likewise with my Blood of the Curry, really nice thing. Dot multi with crafted damage over time bow, as I said, because it's just the best I've got at the moment. Random 5-link, which I just, you know, shoved my Caustic Arrow in. We're doing Caustic Arrow with Life Tap, so let me reserve 95% of my mana. I really like it. Life Tap is a really good 5th/6th link for dot skills. Can't rate it enough. You're like, but it's only 20% more damage. For dot skills, a lot of dot skills struggle getting their 5th and 6th links, so they're quite dependent on stuff like Empower. It solves all your mana costs. I think it's a auto include for Essence Drain early on. I think it's really strong. And you have high uptime on it. It's just great. Really, really good. Decent ring, life, mana, bit of res. This ring I'm actually really buzzed on because it's tier 1 life, a little bit of strength, a little bit of evasion, tier 2 cold damage, and then all res. Like, this is a solid ring. It's got an open prefix craft when I get a good prefix unlock. Random Shaper's Seed I got while leveling, and I just never really took it off because it gives me stats that I need, and 4% regen is just quite nice. And then Random Quiver I picked up with dot multi, so I was like, ah, sod it. It's got dot multi, it's got life, it's got resists. Just a whatever pair of 30% moon speed, life beats at some rarity. Pretty nice belt, which I actually need to bless now that I look at it. It just has res. And then there was some random res gloves. You notice I'm missing a lot of crafts on gear. It's just a case of I've only just sort of started like actually mapping proper, and I'm planning on doing a big respec very soon. Basically, I think as soon as I get Uber Lab, I'm gonna do the respec into traps. It would be nice to resec when I get trap gloves, but that could just take such a long time. And I think I'll go lightning trap with lightning spire, and that should be enough to force the damage. And one thing which is really nice about this league is it just pumps currency. Like, it just gives you so much currency. I've got some like 60 regrets just chilling in my stash. It's great. I've had a few like pretty cool just random unique drops which I can show off as well, which is quite nice. In terms of like currency, I'm doing pretty well because again, SSF, you know, got 112 fuse and exalt over 100 chaos. Like, it's pretty good. Pretty good. I had a few things which I thought was quite nice. Yeah, these are really nice. This is the Hybrid Life ES roll, triple res with good res and like good chaos res. That was very nice. A random Fire Leech Ami, and then this is just because it's had a purely reduced reservation. Trap Girl, I already showed all that stuff off. For Caustic Arrow gear, I didn't get anything that fancy. Uniques though, I've gotten a few quite nice uniques. So we got a Wise Oak. I actually got this in like Act 2 or something, which was really scary because this is when all the server stuff was going on. So I'm like, please don't crash, please don't crash. We got a Duresso's Salute and a Hinakora's Sight. Hinakora's Sight is quite interesting. Sorry, I'm with my phone buzzing during the video. Because dodge, spell dodge cap, by the way. For rings, we got a Barracks Pass. Dream Frag is actually a really nice SSF pickup. We've got an early Wasp Nest. I don't think I'm going to play poison builds, but the option is there if I want it. Did we get anything fancy here? Nope. For maces, we've got Dorani's Catalyst. I think I've run 6. I don't know, maybe 5. I think I've run 5 at Zeres now. No boots yet, sadly. I'm hoping I get my boots before I run my Uberlab because I want to enchant my boots, and it's more likely that I get a good boot enchant than a helm enchant. We got a trash roll pair of face breakers, kind of whatever. We got a 5-link Joffrey Sanctuary. We also got a 5-link Ironheart. The meme, always the dream chase chest. I think it was also a 5-link Soul Mantle. Oh, I might have put it in a different tab. Random 5-link Bramblejack. You get a lot of 5-links from this league mechanic. We got a Chernobog, and we also have a pair of Fizz Conversion gloves. So I could actually go Explosive Trap if I wanted to. But I probably won't go. I don't know. I was tempted by it. I was considering going Explosive Trap when I had these 2 drop, but then I got the really nice dagger. So I was like, screw that. Let's go Lightning Trap. And then for jewels, we got a Primordial Might, which was pretty tasty. So yeah, we've had like pretty decent SSF RNG, but yeah, pretty bog standard. You want to go through the life evasion, but for leveling CA, I always level through Proj nodes just to get the extra damage bump early. And I felt pretty safe, felt pretty secure. I've been pushing every ultimatum to the final wave each time. Super easy. If I was going to be staying on CA at this point, it would just be filling in more life, respecking this damage to life once I got a decent bow. I'd probably be farming Imperial Legacy cards. But yeah, no, I think we'll keep doing some maps, and then once I get my last trial, we're doing the old respec. And also, in case you forgot or you didn't realize, they added a new thing where if you have a offering, shove an offering in the map device and you get pumped out a random trial. So that's pretty nice for getting your 6 trials. But yes, I'm Tarke. Hope you're all doing well. Have a good day. May the RNG be with you. That was cringe. I don't know why I said it like that. Have a good day. Bye-bye.